Alrighty, welcome back to our final video where we are going to be looking at our predicted profits for our market day stall. Okay, to get started today, we're going to be hitting this little plus sign down the bottom to make one more new sheet. Double click on the name, which will probably say sheet 3 on yours, and I want you to rename it to profit. Okay, as usual, I want you to click in cell B2 and scroll on your mouse while holding control on your keyboard to zoom in a little bit. Now the heading I want you to put in here is predicted profit, and for the subheadings I want you to write in item sold, cost per individual item, selling price, quantity, and total. Now I want you to resize these columns one by one just so that each of the text fits inside those columns. Okay, remember to hover between the letters up the top there to resize those columns. Just pick up the column and drag it around. Okay, from here I want you to just highlight the top row from cell B2 to F2, which is our heading row, and I want you to merge and center it. I'd like you to make it bold and also size 16 so it's a bit bigger. Feel free to choose a fill color. Okay, I might go with this purple color. I'm going to have to change my font to white so I can see it, and I'm going to middle align it. For our subheadings, down below, middle align, center align, bold, and we're going to change it to a light purple color. You might need to go to more colors and just choose a light purple. Okay, I can see some of the text doesn't quite fit again, so just make the columns a bit bigger. Also remember to put in some borders around these cells, so just click and drag over the top of them and whack in some borders, and you should have the start of your table looking at something like that. Now from here we need to write down the items that we're going to be selling on market day. Okay, so we've got a can of Coke in this situation, we've got a pie, and we've got a sausage roll. Remember, tomato sauce and napkins are free. Okay, so I'm not adding them to my profit table. And the next thing that we need to look at is this second column here, which is the cost per individual item. So how much did it cost us to buy each of these items individually from the supermarket? So we just need to go back to our pricing table here, and we can see the cost per single can of Coke was 69 cents, cost per single pie was 95 cents, and the cost per single sausage roll was 21 cents. Alright, so we just need to write those figures into here. So a can of Coke, we just write in 0.69. For the pie, we write 0.95. For the sausage roll, we write 0.21. Now we're going to highlight those numbers and simply click the accounting format up the top so we get it looking like monetary values. Now the selling price is how much we are deciding to sell each of these items for. So again, going back to our pricing here, we highlighted the prices we want to sell them for. So $1.50 for the Coke, $2.50 for the pies, I'll just write these in, 1.5, 2.5, and it was 50 cents for the sausage rolls, so 0.5. Again, highlight those selling prices and hit the accounting format button, the dollar sign, up in your tab at the top, and that will get our selling prices in. Now the quantity is how much we hope to sell. So in my case, I hope to sell absolutely everything. Alright, so again, looking back over here, we had 20 cans of Coke, 20 pies, 48 sausage rolls. So 20, 20, and 48 go in there. Feel free to highlight those and just middle and center align them. Now the totals is our expected profit. Alright, the way we work that out is with a simple formula where we press equals, we look at our selling price, and we click on that, and we times it by the quantity that we're hoping to sell. So the formula ends up being equals D4 times E4, or $1.50 times 20. Press enter, and there's our expected profit from our cans of Coke, so $30. For the next one, we just write equals. This time we're clicking on our selling price, so $2.50 for a pie, and we're going to times it by 20, okay, or the quantity of pies we hope to sell. We get a $50 profit there. Alright, and then the final thing that we need to look at is equals 50 cents per sausage roll, times it by 48, and we get a total profit of $24 from our sausage rolls. So that's a pretty healthy profit looking at those three numbers. Let's work out how much exactly we're going to make. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in total sales. Alright, and over in this very last column here, I want to add these three numbers together. So we just write equals sum, open up a bracket, highlight those three numbers, close your bracket. So you should have the formula equals sum F4 to F6. Press enter, and it says that we're going to make $104 in sales. Alright, so that looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is just format that row by highlighting total sales across to the quantity row. Don't highlight the 104, so that's cell B7 to E7. Click merge and center, and then go and left align your text. Alright, I want you to make it bold for me. And I guess you could make this number over here, the 104, bold as well. Alright, so that's our total sales, but that's not our total profit yet, because remember we had to go to the shops and buy all of these items, so we have to take that into account. So we need to write in below total sales here our expenses. So how much we actually spent buying this stuff. Alright, I'll just make that bold as well. So over in this total column here, we need to write in our expenses. Okay, and the way we work that out is we go back to our budget over here. Here's our expenses. It was $46.75. So we need to write 46.75 into that box and just hit the accounting format $sign at the top and make it bold. I'm just going to merge and center these cells here as well and then left align the expenses text. Alright, so that leaves us with one more row to do, and that row is going to be written in capitals and it's called profit. So how much are we expecting to make? Make that bold, and the way we work out the profit is quite simple. We just write equals, we click on how much we've sold, so $104 there, that's cell F7, and we take away how much we spent. So that's the cell below it, which is cell number F8. You may need to type that in if you can't click on it. Press enter, and there's your grand total. So you're looking to make a profit of $57.25. I might just highlight that row and color it in purple. I'll make that text bold. And I'm going to put borders around everything in my table now. So highlight your whole table and just choose all borders. Might be a good idea to just merge and center these cells down here next to profit as well, and just left align profit. And that looks pretty neat now. Last thing I'll do is just put a double border along the bottom row. So just highlight the bottom row, which is the profit row, and select bottom double border. Alrighty, and that puts a double border along the bottom there. So we're expecting to make $57.25 from our market day stall just by selling a bit of cheap food, cans of Coke, pies and sausage rolls. Alright, so that would be a very successful market day stall if you made that much. You've made more than double your money back. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is just stop this video. You should have now a predicted profit page, you should have a pricing decisions page, and you should have a budget. You're going to need all three of these things for your assignment, so make sure they're all done well, they all look nice and neat, you've formatted them appropriately, okay, and you've checked all for spelling mistakes. Once you're done, save it up, and that's the end of this tutorial.